Top stories: President Buhari hosts Libya president, stresses need for peace in Lake Chad region. Police cautions motorcyclists against unruly behavior in Ogun. And on sport updates, correspondent examines Nigeria's sporting activities in the last 6 years. Hello, welcome to Channel 12 News, brought to you live on Nta 12 Abeokuta. My name is Nta Abeokuta. President Muhammadu Buhari Wednesday hosted Mohammed Yunus Menfi, Chairman, Presidential Council of Libya, stressing that a stable or unstable Libya has implications for countries in the Lake Chad Basin area, including Nigeria. State House correspondent Jide Onifade reports.
President Muhammadu Buhari again stressed that security of Nigeria was number one priority to him, noting that unless a country or institution is secured, there's no way to effectively manage it. The president said he was happy that Mohammed Yunus Menfi, who is the chairman of the Presidential Council of Libya, could personally attend the summit of Lake Chad Basin Commission held in Abuja on Tuesday to discuss the situation in Chad and the implications for security in neighboring countries. Mohammed Yunus Menfi told President Muhammadu Buhari that Libya was fast evolving and now has one active government. He said democratic elections would be held in due course, adding that the historical relationship between his country and Nigeria in the areas of oil and agriculture meant that one country could not ignore the other. Menfi said Libya aspires for joint cooperation and reactivation of previous agreements with Nigeria. In the State House, Jide Onifade, Nta News.
A press center named after former Ogun State Governor and renowned journalist Chief Olusegun Oshoba has been inaugurated by the Ogun State Governor, Prince Nta Abeokuta, with a call on journalists to be objective in their reportage and resist spreading of fake news capable of causing disaffections and threatening the nation's unity and peaceful coexistence.
Efforts to create a conducive and serene environment for Governor's press crew to carry out their duties unhindered led to the motives behind the construction of the edifice. The center, which was named after two-time governor of the Gateway State and renowned journalist Chief Olusegun Oshoba. Governor Nta Abeokuta says the edifice, with a press conference facility, is to appreciate the contributions of the fourth estate of the realm in the society and to spur them to do more for the continued peace and harmony in the country.
Baba was a model reporter and one of the greatest investigative reporters this nation has known, and an administrator to emulate. He has made uncommon exploits in the pen profession through unwavering commitment to self-development and very high ethics.
Former Governor Olusegun Oshoba says the honor goes beyond what is expected and called on journalists not to compromise standards.
Mr. Governor, you will not know how much or how many hours you have added to my life with this action. It will be hours, it will be weeks, it will be days, it will be years. Then you have added something very great to my life today.
Other goodwill messages by some traditional rulers, including Alake of Egbaland, Oba Adedotun Gbadebo, Olota of Ota, Oba Abdulsabur Obalanlege, the Towulade of Akinale, Oba Olufemi Ogunleye, among other veteran journalists, depicted the gesture as ways of immortalizing good work of the veteran during his lifetime.
Baba, one thing you taught me is that if you want to rise, you have to work very hard.
Oga was everything. Not only as a reporter, he's a good informant.
The governor later led guests on a tour of facilities at the new press center.
In the meantime, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offense Commission, ICPC, is collaborating with the Oyo State Agency for Anti-Corruption towards an effective anti-corruption crusade in the country. Kayode Oladoshu tells us more.
Inaugurated 5 months ago as an agency saddled to wage war against offenders of corrupt practices in Oyo State, the Oyo State Anti-Corruption Agency stepped up its activities through a collaborative engagement with Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission to train board members, management and staff of the state anti-corruption body. This is aimed at developing the participant with skills and expertise that will bring about a corrupt-free society.
Any state that is desirous of providing development and governance, and one of the major obstacles to that is corruption, will directly tackle corruption.
At the end of the training, the expectation will be that of renewed vigor, zeal, and commitment that will take our agency to greater heights.
To the participants is an added advantage to their mode of operation.
The right thing is being done. Oyaka is not coming after you, but once the right thing is not being done, we are coming after you.
And to also build capacity to enable me get started on the job.
On this premise, the agency has commenced its activities from the day the law establishing it was signed, while corrupt issues before this period will be handled by either Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission or Economic and Financial Crime Commission. In Ibadan, Kayode Oladoshu, NTA News.
96% of the targeted Nigeria's population have successfully been administered with the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine, while estimated 5,000 of them are fully protected from the virus, having received the second dose. Uche Ugochukwu reports that Executive Director, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Shuaibu, disclosed this while giving update on the COVID-19 vaccination in the country.
Vaccinating up to 1.9 million of targeted 2 million population despite initial vaccine hesitancy is a milestone for the agency. Those eligible for a second dose are therefore advised to check their vaccination cards for their next appointment.
Our goal is to do everything possible to educate, combat misinformation, and ensure confidence in the safety and effectiveness of vaccines, and to ensure that all Nigerians have clear information on how, where, and when to get the vaccine.
So far, the success of the vaccine rollout was attributed to the federal government, stakeholders, partners, and donors' readiness to provide both resources and technical assistance.
The global community is facing great challenges regarding vaccine supply. Like most nations, this impacts the clarity over Nigeria's next shipment. While we have information that we may get the next consignment of vaccines by the end of July or August, there has been no official communication.
We hope that by the end of this year that we will be able to vaccinate 40 million people, and then in 2022 the remaining 60 million to make up the 112 million that is our objective.
In the face of vaccine supply uncertainty comes the good news of 2 billion doses of Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine pledged to low and middle income countries by the end of 2021 and in 2022. Johnson & Johnson also signed a deal to supply 200 million shots to COVAX facility. Uche Ugochukwu, NTA News.
And you're still on to Channel 12 News, more news after the break. Please stay with us.
Imagine the joy that fills your heart when you have just given birth.
Mama, welcome.
Whatever your size, we got you.
What of the grandmother?
Mama, what me the baby?
With our Buy Right chat, you can get the best mattress that goes with your body weight. Don't just buy a mattress, buy a Vitafoam mattress.
The name of the baby is Stella.
Vitafoam, the fine art of living. your size. Find it with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# now to get the plan that suits you. Airtel, the smartphone network.
And on health related, as the call for routine medical checkup intensifies all over the globe, Ebonyi State government has commenced medical screening and treatment of the citizenry for hepatitis and cervical cancer. Chika Okori reports that the exercise holding in Abakaliki is entirely free of charge.
About 10,000 people are expected to be screened in this exercise for hepatitis B and C, as well as cervical cancer, for free of charge. In the words of the State Commissioner for Intergovernmental Affairs and Chairman, Medical Screening Committee, Mr. Ezenwachuku Eze, Ebonyi State Government under Chief David Umahe is committed in promoting the health status of the citizenry.
We are here today for singular magnanimity and benevolence of our caring governor, who knows the primary aim and assignment of a government is health and protection of the citizens.
Considering the prevalence ratio of most ailments such as liver cirrhosis and cancer, which have been on the increase, the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Medical Services, Dr. Richard Nabo, advised the public to come out en masse for the exercise, as prevention is better than cure.
The general public should go for certified, qualified, health workers. It's supposed to run for about 2 weeks every day, except on Sundays.
I tested negative in the B and the C. I am excited.
Health is wealth, they say, and so the people are expected to grab this opportunity of free Medicare for their well-being. In Abakaliki, Chika Okore, NTA News.
Ogun State Police Command has warned motorcyclists against unruly and disorderly conduct while carrying out their businesses. In a statement by the police public relations officer in the state, DSP Abimbola Oyeyemi, the command noticed with dismay the incessant violent attacks by motorcyclists involved in an accident with any other group, regardless of whether such motorcyclist is at fault or not. In most cases, certain vehicles ablaze and in some cases inflict injury or cause the death of the drivers involved. The police spokesman lamented the recent attack caused by Okada riders along Ashero Bantuku on Tuesday, 25th of May 2021. The command, however, sounded note of warning to Okada riders in the state to henceforth desist from such unruly behavior, adding that the command's peaceful approach in resolving issues should not be taken for granted by anybody or group of people. Mr. Oyeyemi warned that the leadership of any association or union whose members are involved in any act of vandalism will be held responsible, cautioning that union leaders must be able to know their members and have control over them. And on sport update, the Nigeria sports sector has been a beehive of activities in the past 6 years. In this special report, Emma Abodike chronicles the highs and lows. His report.
Nigeria's Golden Eaglets were the first to decorate the administration under review after the coach Emmanuel Amuneke-led team conquered the world at the 2015 edition of FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Chile, some 6 months into President Muhammadu Buhari's leadership. Subsequently, a litany of achievements in football ensued, including gold at the Under-23 African Championship in November 2015, 10th African Women's Nations Cup title by the Super Falcons in 2018, and an Olympic bronze medal in Rio in 2016, to mention but a few.
Of the field of play, we must give it to the federal government of Nigeria, who was ready at all times to support sport in spite of the lean resources and increasing demands caused by the pandemic.
Interestingly, other sports have thrived under President Muhammadu Buhari. Nigeria's participation at the 2016 Paralympic Games yielded her best gold medal result since 1992. In 2019, the Tigresses successfully defended their 2017 Afro Basketball Women's Championship title, while the Tigers clinched the men's title in 2015. In 2019, Nigeria hosted and won the World Para-Powerlifting Championships in Abuja. Recall that in 2018, Nigeria made a debut Winter Olympic Games appearance at the Pyeongchang edition in South Korea. Sports like volleyball, gymnastics, handball, badminton, cricket, athletics, para-athletics, tennis, table tennis, archery, wrestling and taekwondo have all recorded remarkable successes in the period under review.
If you look at it, not just football, spread across all sports, we've been doing well, and we can only consolidate and do more.
We can thrive in other sports, so generally I think it's a good one for Nigeria moving forward.
On the local scene, in 2018, the National Sports Festival held for the first time since 2012. The administration of sports in the country has even taken new positive dimension. Today, some state governments and corporate bodies have adopted some athletes under the Adopt campaign of the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, even as some corporate entities have taken over the renovation of some national sports facilities. Calls are equally being made for possible return of National Sports Commission and birth of a National Sports Bill.
We need them to bring the same bill to the House. Once they are done with the Senate bit, they'll bring it and then we'll take it from there and concur. I think that's what we need to do right now.
Sustaining the achievement in sports is paramount to Nigeria, hence the need to explore various avenues in this regard.
There are many ways to go about it, and the most important way is for the government to see sports as a business.
With an abundance of talents across the nation, Nigeria remains a superpower in global sports. Expectedly, the continued efforts by the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration to grow the sector will yield tremendous results going forward. In Abuja, Kenan Ima Aburike, Nta News.
And Sports Update wraps up Channel 12 News. Thank you for watching. I'm Idarisit Adedogun. Bye for now.